everybody. Big Herc 916. All about that positivity and that motivation. And I just want to ask you guys, do you think California is ground zero? Is this the testing ground for what lies ahead? You know, I've been really watching California and New York, Oregon, Washington, and I'm seeing a pattern as far as what's being implemented by government officials, what's slowly being proposed in legislation, a lot of the new policies, and just the a whole mindset. And you know, they call it protection, but whenever somebody says they're gonna protect you, they're also taking something away. And it's just very eerie right now living in Cali. I'm actually leaving. In my last video I said I was leaving, and I'm glad, because you know, they back to a stay at home, and they got another curfew. I'm telling you, this is like the penitentiary, man, on the streets. Literally, you got your own food and everything, and yeah, you can move around, but this is like some warden type shit, man. What Newsom is putting down, what they are engaging in here, I would say is some of the biggest violations of the Constitution that I have ever seen. And I really studied all that when I was inside. I read a lot about the Bill of Rights, the Constitution, congressional acts, you know, about the sovereignty of the citizen, the Republic of California, just everything to do with, you know, your liberties. And, you know, they always start off very subtle so that you don't see them. You don't see your rights being stripped away, you know, all the way. It's just real subtle. It's no different than what they did in Nazi Germany. The people protesting and, you know, creating all this drama. And it's similar here, man. It's similar to what, you know, history is repeating itself. And if you don't think so, go do your homework and look at a lot of the things that were proposed. Things as far as having papers of travel, you know, taking away your right to bear arms, you know, certain things pushed into school, you know, you know, just strict identification of your whereabouts. You know, now they have technology, they'll track you through your phone, so they don't have to ask you all that stuff. But it's a lot of similarities, man. And you know, people didn't think that what happened there would happen, and it just crept up on them. And it's just I don't know, man. It's just a crazy time we're living in. And to those who are awake, you know what I'm talking about. You are somebody who stands for America, somebody who stands for the values here. You know, I'm not going to sit here and make excuses for the things I've done as far as the mistakes I've made, because I own up to them. But at the end of the day, I'm an American, and I believe in what this country stands for. You know, people want to talk shit, but they're steady trying to come over here. And, you know, at the end of the day, you take your ass to one of those other countries and see if you can get benefits, see if you can get medical, see if they don't kick your ass up out of there if you do some stupid shit like what these people do here, you know, and think that you're going to be running around being able to make money and not get you know, charged for your, as far as going over your visa time, and see if they don't really implement that. See, we're so lax over here, man. Everybody come over here and just run through them. Run through the government, get all the benefits, get everything. They just run through us over here. But this social experiment that's going on right now, they busting hardworking citizens upside the head. People, homeowners who have had houses in their family for generations, businesses are being just smacked upside the head, crushed economically, financially. It's just, dude, sometimes you gotta see things for what they are and say, hey man, I gotta make some adjustments. Hopefully they'll turn this place around. Hopefully, somebody will come into office that will see this. But right now, what's going on is so deep. It's been planned so long in advance. But it's definitely something going on, and everybody's in on it. Everybody's in on it. Like I said, when I went to Arizona, totally different vibe, totally different sentiment. As far as how people's attitude were. I just had my friend here from Florida, totally different, night and day. Talked to a friend in Alabama, night and day. Talked to somebody in Georgia, night and day. They couldn't even believe what's going on here. They're like, what are you talking about? You guys have a what? You have a curfew? You have this? You have that? What's going on there? Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah, man, this is not normal. And, for them to keep pushing, it's going to be a cold, dark winter. And you guys, don't do this, don't do that. And then we steady, we got lines now. And I remember my friend was telling me when he lived in Romania, how his mom used to have to get him up and his little brothers, and it was limited to how many people in your family. They used to have to get up 3 a.m. and stand in line for hours to get rations. And, you drive by Trader Joe's, you drive by some of these places, there's lines around the corner to get in. And then you go to Home Depot, Costco, all these big businesses, and it's like they're all rolling. But the mom pops, a lot of them, if they're not considered essential, you can't even operate. You're done. And the margins on a lot of the restaurants, this is a big restaurant state, big entrepreneur state, a lot of fitness, a lot of health, a lot of foodies, and it's just done. Pilates, spin class, done. All that done. You're lucky if you can find a gym here somewhere to stay healthy, to actually keep yourself strong. You can't even talk about it because it's like a speakeasy. If you talk about it, they're gonna get shut down. You can't film it, can't tweet it. You gotta be quiet. You gotta sneak the work out. Can you believe that? You gotta sneak the work out. If that's not a social experiment, and working out, exercising, breathing clean air, filtering your body, that's what makes you strong. That's what keeps you healthy. The first thing they took in the penitentiary after, they did the whole reform thing was the weights. The inmates are getting too strong. And then they took off the vitamins. They took the protein off the commissary. Yeah. They used to have protein up in there. We call it man in the can. That's what we sell fresh out. They took the protein. They took anything that had nutritional value. I used to have guys steal powdered milk out of the kitchen. I use that for protein. Powdered milk, peanut butter, and sometimes I put a little bit of oatmeal, and I shake that thing up, and that would be like a protein drink with some carbs. But they took the protein. No protein bars, no nutrition. Honey buns, donuts, and whatever else they can give you that keeps you very sugar induced, which is, pushing diabetic type diets. But it's no different. All the fast food's open, all the marijuana's open, all the liquor stores are open, but you can't work out. You can get drunk, you can smoke weed, you can get high, you can get your prescriptions, but you can't work out. You can't get together, you can't talk, can't really share because, most of the stuff is being censored now. And we're living in some crazy times, man. But if you see an opportunity, make that move. You ain't running. You ain't, it ain't like you're giving up. It's you're doing what's best for your family. So those who are out there, you know what I'm talking about. If you're from California, you've been born and raised. When I talk about the social experiment, you know exactly what I'm talking about because you can see it, man. And when you look around, it's just like something out of a movie. believe me, go watch the movie They Live. I talk about that all the time. And go see They Live with Roddy Piper, and you know exactly where I'm coming from. California, the social experiment. Hey. I got that work. Hey. See? While y'all in quarantine, I got that work. Split the coronavirus wig, man. Hey. Go to the link in the description and get your limited edition coronavirus wig splitter shirts. Big Herc 916 getting down fresh out.